right, friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you some honest astrology for July 3rd, 2019. Happy birthday to my friends Deidre and Kira. One day closer to our day of independence, right? So, how was that big new moon solar eclipse for you yesterday? Hopefully some good energy. Very emotional. I know a lot of people had a very emotional day, a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of this, that new beginning, this surge of, exciting new energy, planting seeds that are going to last the next 6 months until that big eclipse on Christmas, right? December 25th. So let me go to the chart and show you what's going on today. We got some big movement here, right? Venus is now in Cancer. And of course, Mars is in Leo. These are the big two that I want to talk about today. Really, this one is now we have this stellium in Cancer. All right, we had Venus here in Gemini, and Mars was there in Cancer for so long. We've been dealing and swimming with that energy, right? And Venus is just like, I'm attracted to this, and I'm attracted to this, and there's all these possibilities, and there's just all of these things out there in the world, and I can love all of them. It's like, I'm not stingy with this. I can, there's all these possibilities, all these things. And now when we come to Cancer, Venus, our little lover is just like, okay, we fall in love with emotion. Not only that, but we can sometimes hide. As things go into Cancer, our emotions become kind of hidden. So we can kind of be like that secret admirer in the background, instead of coming out and forward with something, we kind of like stay in the, like behind the curtain peering through. Thankfully, our Mercury and our Mars is in Leo, so it's just like we have that bit of surge of energy to where, if we are looking in the background at the secret crush, or if it's like, hey, that job over there, I really, really want to go do that, and I'm trying to muster up the courage, to find my own strength and like ability, hey, I can do this, I know I can, have that confidence, So Mars and Mercury are giving us that confidence, that surge and urge, as Venus kind of takes a different approach today. And this is going to go on for, let me show you, So let's go over here. Month. All right. Mercury will be back. So let's just go 3 weeks from now. Okay. So for the next 3 weeks, we've got Venus here in Cancer. So she's moving kind of quick. All right. Mars is full steam ahead here, and we've got Mercury is going to retrograde. So we have the next several weeks. Oop. Now we're all messed up. The next several weeks of this energy. And the thing that I want to like kind of warn about this, now, because this can be very emotional, very ooey gooey, like good feels, like following those good feels, like that baked apple pie on like a windowsill kind of a thing, like nostalgia, like we have a love for nostalgia and like home cooking and like that Little House on the Prairie kind of feel, like there's just like warm, feel good kind of things. Okay, we're gonna be attracted to that as well. This is like the header. Heed my warning. We can be very martyrdous with this aspect. Martyr. We can put ourselves in the place of a martyr very easily with all of this Cancer energy. Okay. So what that means is we can put ourselves out there for people. We can put ourselves out there for this job. We can put ourselves out there for our friend, our lover, or whatever, family. And then when something isn't reciprocated, because what's happening here is Mars and Mercury, they're full steam ahead. Specifically Mars is like everyone has an agenda, okay? The past 2 weeks leading up to this eclipse has been really, really intense for so many people, okay? If it's part of you, tell me what's going on, let's talk about it. And I have another group too on Facebook, just Honest Astrology. I'm trying to get that kind of up and going to get people talking a little bit more buzz than just my personal channel. Either way, talk about this stuff, because we can encourage each other and one another. There's a lot of astrology groups. Anyway, so, Mars is full ahead. We've had all this energy, this new breakthrough energy going on, and now Mars is like ego, self, go. Like I know who Aaron is. Aaron needs to go. Trying to fix the studio. I put this freaking light in front of the Irish flag. I've been trying to hang these pictures up, but I can't hang them on this brick. But it's all right. We're gonna persevere. We gotta, 1 foot in front of another. We keep it going. That Mars energy is just like we're gonna stay persistent. We're not gonna give up here. Tomorrow the studio is gonna look a lot different. I finally have time. So it's like we have all this. Now it's just like we get focused on our personal things. going ahead with me, and then while doing so, while we're doing things for others, if someone's full steam ahead with their project in their life, we can be like, hey, but you didn't, reciprocate this with me. The pendulum didn't swing back my way. I don't feel, but they're gonna say, well, that wasn't negotiated. That wasn't part of the plan. You offered, or you did this because that's what you wanted. That's what you desired to do. And now you're holding it over me like I need to do the same thing, or I need to come back and equalize this. But that's simply not the case. You're doing you, and you wanted to help, you wanted to participate, you wanted to do these things, and this person gladly accepted, but they do not have to reciprocate in the same way that you did. Okay? And that's perfectly fine. Like, we should want to be able to help other people without getting something back. We don't have to get, a medal or badge of honor every single time we do something. Although it's always appreciated when people acknowledge, but that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about acknowledgement. We're talking about the opposite, where we're feeling neglected for our good deeds. Okay? Try not to get wrapped up in that, because it's like, just because you feel it doesn't mean it's there. And with this energy, we can feel like we're unappreciated. All right? So on the positive side of things, for the next few weeks here, we are, like, again, that falling in love with, like, emotions, falling in love with sentiment, falling in love with people who show you your heart or show us their hearts, falling in love with, like, oh man, this company's doing that good stuff. This is like hitting home, So we can fall in love with these things, which is the awesome, being more intuitive, more emotional. And instead of Mars, where Mars and Mercury in Cancer, it doesn't hit home as well as Venus does. Venus is a very positive in Cancer. And it's exciting, again, that those two energies, Mars and Mercury, have flipped over to Leo, to the ego energy, to that constant fire, okay? Because that constant fire is going to feed us. All right, so this is a beautiful balance that's happening right now. So again, we have this, like, falling in love with the home, and on the other end, it's just like, look, if you do it and you wanted to do it and you loved it, ride that out, and whether that was for glory or for failure or whatever it is, it's just like, hey, if you love something and you did something and you followed through with it and it came back to bite you, it's okay. You still did it. That was part of the experience and part of the learning. And now we can, fall in love. We can see it differently. This Mercury again in Leo, we can see things differently. We can, re-spark and, like, sustain this energy of, like, okay, I'm not giving up just because this failed. I'm not giving up because I fell off the horse. I'm getting back up, riding it again, starting fresh, new beginnings, new ideas, new concepts, and the strength and the fire to keep it going, to keep that fire burning. So this is a good day. It's another good day. Hope you enjoy it. Happy hump day, friends.